elevation, I'm eating it now. God said, hold my head, he won't leave me to drown.
This is my season, this is mine. This is mine. I sowed the seeds, now I'm reaping my harvest. This is my season, I'm reaping my harvest. This is my season, this is mine. I sowed the seeds, now I'm reaping my harvest. This is my season. Yeah, what's up? It's your boy King Leo, and I am grateful to be back doing another episode of a Voice of a Generation podcast. When I say that it is an honor and a privilege to be doing what I love, I mean just that. God is good and greatly to be praised. So this is episode 6 of 10. I want to thank everybody that's been rocking with me through the first 5, that's been holding me down and supporting the vision that God has given me. I greatly appreciate it, and it does not go unnoticed. The song that you heard in the beginning is called Harvest, and that's actually off of my new album called Kxng, Kxng. You can find that on Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, wherever you listen to music at is there. So go support that project. And again, I appreciate all the love and the support that y'all pour out into my life. And it basically, it just, it gives me the drive to just keep going and to keep doing what I'm doing. But before I actually get into the podcast, I just want to encourage us. I would just want to let everybody know how important it is, to stay focused, and to stay on track and stay on task and to stay aligned with God in life. A lot of times we may have new adventures, or we may have new opportunities present themselves to us, or we may walk through new doors. But, just because we experience all of these new things, don't allow yourself to actually forget your purpose or your calling, or, why God has placed you on this earth. Don't forget your dreams and your visions and your goals. You know what I mean? Keep that in the forefront. Keep that a priority in your life and allow yourself to continue to soar in those things so that you can, live out your life and be exactly who God has called you and ordained you to be. So I just wanted to encourage us with that. But I'm going to go ahead and get into the episode. So like I said, episode 6 of 10. When I'm finished with the 10 for this season of the podcast, I will actually work on another 10 for a second season. So bear with me. And again, I appreciate y'all. But episode 6, my topic for today is go in peace, not in grief. In life, there comes a time when people who were once a big part of our life will no longer be able to take up space in our lives. We fail to remember that people are either in our lives for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. When it's time for someone to exit your life or for you to exit their life, it doesn't mean that you have to leave bitter, angry, hurt, or on a bad note. Leave in peace and be grateful for the time that y'all had and the memories that y'all were able to make. So I got 6 points that I want to touch on. The first one being this: realize why someone is a part of your life and what purpose they serve. Now, this goes back to that line when I talked about how, when someone once was a big part of our life, but now they're no longer able to take up space. And the reason why I use space is this: because when you begin to realize, the purpose that people serve in your life, you'll no longer have people that just hang around just to hang around. You know what I mean? You'll begin to evaluate your circle or evaluate the people in your life, and you'll begin to rid yourself of the unnecessary. Not that people are unnecessary, you know what I mean? But sometimes the energy or the vibe that somebody brings to your life, sometimes you just don't necessarily need that. And so when you begin to ask yourself and you begin to ask God, most importantly, like what does this person, what purpose does this person serve to my life? It'll better help you understand whether they are either adding to your life or whether they're taking away from your life. See, me, a lot of times, I don't just allow people to be in my life without knowing why they're actually, in my life. I believe that everybody that is drawn to our life is drawn to our life for a reason. Everybody is on an assignment. You know what I mean? Some people are on a good assignment. Some people are on an assignment that, they may hurt you, or, they may misuse you or abuse you or mistreat you. You know what I mean? And some people, may be on an assignment to help you see yourself, to help you gain a new perspective, whatever it may be. Everybody in our life is in our life for a reason, and so you have to allow yourself to realize that you don't ever just want to sit around and just never know why somebody is in your life, and for a lot of us, sometimes we do pick up on this, you know what I mean? Sometimes we actually look and sometimes we question, like, why am I friends with you? Or
why do I date you, or why do I know you? You know what I mean? Or why do I hang around you? Some of us, we actually are conscious enough to, ask these questions. But again, there are people out here that don't ask none of these questions. And so like either you're just taking up space in somebody's life, or they're just taking up space in your life. You know what I mean? But if they don't serve a purpose, the best thing that you can do either for yourself or for them is to release them. You know what I mean? And that's the best thing they can do for themselves as well, to release you if you're not serving purpose in their life. You know what I mean? So that the space that's being taken up by this unnecessary energy, that's there, it can be replaced, with the energy or with the person that God intended to be there in the first place. So my second point is this: don't hold people beyond their time because you struggle with letting people go, or you fear being alone. And I'm first partaker of this. You know what I mean? I used to struggle with this in my life. I used to make every excuse as to why, I couldn't stop being friends with somebody, or why I didn't want to stop dating this person, or why I didn't want to, stop being friends with this person, or whatever the case may be. And a lot of times the reason why we struggle with letting people go is because our biggest fear is being alone. And so when you understand that being alone doesn't mean that you're unlovable, or that nobody will ever want you, or that nobody likes you. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't mean that. It means that sometimes you just have to have that time in your life where you're just by yourself. With me, I was single for going on 7 years until I met my girlfriend that I'm with now. You know what I mean? I'm glad that I allowed myself to have that time. Because in that time where I let everything go that needed to go, I was able to sit with myself. I was able to get to know Darius for a change. You know what I mean? Because I've never allowed myself to do that. And even doing it at a young age, I thank God that, that he even allowed me to do that, because it's done a lot for me. You know what I mean? To where now I know what I will accept and what I won't accept. You know what I mean? I know how to love myself. I know how to not have to actually fully depend upon another person for my own, happiness, or whatever the case may be. But I can actually, be alone and be okay with that. So I even encourage, you that's listening, you know what I mean? Don't allow yourself to make yourself feel bad because you have to walk away from somebody, or you have to walk away from this situation or that situation. Don't let yourself feel bad, and then don't start feeding into the thoughts of, well, you're going to be alone, or nobody's going to want you, or you don't do good by yourself. No, don't feed into, stuff like that. Allow yourself to let people go, because I promise you this: if you hold on to somebody beyond the time that they're actually supposed to be in your life, it's only going to make you grow cold towards a person, or it's going to make them grow cold towards you, and it's not going to be a healthy relationship. It's going to become toxic, and it's going to get to the point to where they're going to do something detrimental to you, or you're going to do something detrimental to them, or y'all just going to hurt each other, and hurt yourselves as well. You know what I mean? So when it's time for somebody to go, let them go. That's the best thing you could do for somebody. They say if you love somebody, then you'll let them go. That's what true love is. True love is saying, you know what, I love you enough to know that I'm no good for you, or you're no good for me. Or true love says that I love you enough to let you actually go and experience new things, and be where you're supposed to be, and go where you're supposed to go in life. You know what I mean? And so when you genuinely love somebody, when you genuinely care about somebody, when you genuinely somebody friend, or you have the best interest for somebody, when it's time for them to go, you'll just simply, let them go. Now, my third topic is this: be grateful for what someone was able to teach you, or what you were able to teach them. Like I said, people are in our lives for a reason, a season, or for a lifetime. You have to pay attention to everybody that comes in your life, because everybody that comes in your life is a teacher. You can always learn something. You know what I mean? I thank God for everybody that has crossed paths with me. People that were in my life, for years or months or days or weeks or moments or seconds, or people that are still in my life. You know what I mean? I'm grateful for that, because everybody that came in my life, my goal and objective was to learn what I can learn from this person. Everybody has something different to offer you. But if you think that nobody can teach you anything, or if you got a lot of pride and you think that you're the only one that can, teach somebody, or you're the only one that can add to somebody's life, then you're wrong. You know what I mean? Because like I said, me allowing myself to actually learn, it has literally opened me up to so many things, you know what I mean? I'm grateful, for that. But you have to be grateful for what someone was able to teach you. Again, like I said, even the time that they spend and they share in your life, learn from what, when you walk away, and when they walk away, learn from what, they brought to your life. Don't just look at it as all bad because, oh, they had to leave, or you had to leave, or y'all had to depart or separate. No, look, like, yo, that actually taught me a valuable lesson. That actually taught me that I need to love myself more, or that actually taught me that I can be more kind, or, that, I can be better in this area or that area of my life. Always look for what you can learn from somebody, because I promise you there's something there for you to learn. So be grateful, you know what I mean? And like I said, even with what you are able to teach somebody, you never know, how you may impact somebody's life, or how you may actually make somebody's life, better just by being in their life, and you just never know what they'll do with what it is that they gain from you. You know what I mean? So be grateful for that. And my fourth point is this: someone's time being up doesn't always have to do with you being a bad person. So don't get down on yourself. That is beyond, fear. That is something else that we struggle with, and why we struggle to let people go, because we feel like, yo, is there something that I did? That's the first thing people say. Did I do something wrong? It's not that you did anything wrong. I just feel like it's time, for me to move on. You know what I mean? Or you may feel like it's time for you to move on. You know what I mean? And so you have to understand that. But just because you have to leave an area or in your life, or a person in your life, or a job, or a friendship, relationship, a situation, whatever it may be, because you have to leave that, it doesn't mean you're leaving because you're a bad person. No, it means you're leaving because God is elevating you to the next level in your life, and He has something better for you. You know what I mean? To experience in your life. And so this is why He's calling you from this place to the next place. So again, like I said, don't get down on yourself. Don't start beating yourself up. Don't start making yourself feel bad. Don't start thinking that you're just the worst person in the world, and that, that you just can't ever get it right, or you just can't ever be in somebody's life for long, or whatever like that. No, don't think stuff like that. Just know, again, it doesn't always have to do with you. Sometimes it's for the best. Sometimes, it's so that, like I said, you can grow. Because if you always stay stuck in a place of comfort, then you'll never be able to grow. So my fifth point is this: the more you grow, the less can go. Not everyone can go where God is taking you. And I love that so much. I actually learned that at a young age, and I believe I learned that through my mom. But the more, I see myself elevating in God, and the more, I see myself growing in life, personally, like just mentally and spiritually, I started noticing, that the people that were there last week, or last month, or last year, that they may no longer be there. Excuse me, I'm stumbling over my words, but they may no longer be there anymore. And again, it's like I said, it's not because they necessarily did something or hurt me or whatever. Sometimes you just simply outgrow places, people, and things. You know what I mean? And so, not everyone being able to go where God has called you, because not everybody can handle the place that God has called you to. Not everybody can handle the position that God is getting ready to put you in. Not everybody can handle the success that God is getting ready to grant you. Not everybody can handle that. So, the higher God calls you, some people have to fall off, because if they don't, then you may not be as successful in the next level, because you're holding on to, what you should have let go when God elevated you from the level that you were just, previously on. And so, like I said, the more you grow, the less can go. But don't be mad. Just know that it's for a good reason. Just know that it's for the best, and just know that, again, when God removes something or someone, or when He removes something, then He's always going to add something that's better. And my last note being this: be okay with the exit, because when one goes, another one comes. Just like I said, in order for anything to enter your life, something has to go. Something has to make space or room for something else to come in. And if you keep your life cluttered with unnecessary things, or if you keep your life cluttered with what has to go, or you hold on to what God is saying let go, or you hold on to what no longer serves you, or what no longer adds to your life, or what no longer is teaching you or growing you. If you keep holding on to that, then there is no room for anything new, no new opportunities, no new doors, no new love, no none of that to come, because you're constantly holding on to what you should not be holding on to in the first place. So with all that being said, like I said, you can leave in peace, not in grief. Don't always have to feel that you have to exit somebody's life on a bad note, that you have to, you know what, I'm gonna get back, I'm gonna get you, or I'm gonna cause a scene, or I'm gonna lie on you, or I'm gonna make you look out to be this person that you're not. No, you don't have to leave that way, and you don't have to walk away from somebody's life on a bad note. You don't necessarily have to burn a bridge just to get over a bridge. You know what I mean? No, you could just simply just say, amen. I'm grateful for the time we shared. I'm grateful for what I was able to learn. I'm grateful that I was able to grow, and you taught me a lot. I know I taught you a lot, whatever like that. But whatever I had to learn from that, I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna apply it to the next situation in my life. So again, I encourage y'all, go in peace, not in grief. Don't get mad, be glad. God bless y'all. And until next time, I'm King Leo, and I'm out.